Have you ever heard of a country ruled by two princes, one of whom is the president of France? Welcome to Andorra, a tiny, fascinating nation nestled high in the Pyrenees mountains between France and Spain. Its story is as dramatic and breathtaking as its mountain scenery. Let's rewind the clock to the 8th century. Legend has it that the great Emperor Charlemagne himself granted the Andorran people a charter as a thank you for their help in fighting against the Moors. While this is a proud local tale, the first documented mention of Andorra appears a little later, in the mid-9th century. For its early history, Andorra was under the control of the Count of Urgell in Spain. However, the Count, needing some cash and muscle, gave the territory to the Bishop of Urgell. This didn't sit well with everyone, especially the powerful French counts on the other side of the mountains, like the Count of Foix. For decades, the Spanish bishop and the French count feuded over who truly controlled these valuable mountain valleys. The conflict simmered and occasionally boiled over until 1278, when they decided to stop fighting and start sharing. They signed a historic treaty called a pareage. This wasn't a divorce, it was a medieval power-sharing agreement. It established Andorra as a co-principality, ruled jointly by the Spanish Bishop of Urgell and the French Count of Foix. This unique dual sovereignty system has been the bedrock of Andorra's independence ever since. Over the centuries, the title of the French co-prince passed through different noble families until it was eventually inherited by the King of France. When France abolished its monarchy during the French Revolution, things got a bit awkward. For a brief period, revolutionary France refused the title, leaving the Bishop of Urgell as the sole ruler. But Napoleon, ever the pragmatist, reinstated the co-principality, believing it was important to maintain French influence in the region. And so, the title of French co-prince passed from the king to the president of France, creating the bizarre and wonderful political reality we see today. For most of its history, Andorra was isolated, poor, and largely forgotten by the wider world. Its economy was based on simple agriculture and smuggling. It was so cut off that it was technically overlooked in the Treaty of Versailles, meaning it remained officially at war with Germany until 1958. But the 20th century changed everything. The construction of roads finally connected Andorra to its neighbors, and the country cleverly positioned itself as a tax haven. Ski resorts were built, and duty-free shopping boomed. This transformed the sleepy mountain nation into a prosperous modern state. In 1993, Andorra took another huge step. It adopted its first written constitution, officially becoming a sovereign parliamentary democracy. While the co-princes remain the heads of state, their roles are now largely ceremonial. Today, Andorra is a thriving country, a magnet for tourists who come for its ski slopes, hiking trails, and shopping. It's a remarkable story of survival and clever adaptation, a tiny nation that has navigated the tides of European history to forge its own unique path. From a legendary reward from an emperor to a modern European microstate, Andorra's history is a testament to diplomacy and resilience. It's a place where the past isn't just remembered, it's still part of the everyday fabric of government. Thanks for joining me on this journey through the history of Andorra. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating stories from around the world. See you next time.